1-800-445-9200. That's 1-800-445-9200.
Even if you have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll want this free inventor's information. It shows how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to industry. So call InventHelp right now, toll free.
Call 800-445-9200. That's 1-800-445-9200.
My love has come along.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM Show with Mr. Robert Conrad, star of stage, screen, film, and now radio. Taking your calls, 800-336-2225, 800-336-2225.
You want to know why?
Why is that?
Listen to this for a minute.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Skies above the blue.
This is one of the songs I'm doing in the album.
Really?
Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah.
So we'll be hearing the lovely Chelsea Conrad.
That's right.
Singing these songs. You know, I got to remind our listeners, guys, on the line right now, Karen Valentine is standing by patiently waiting for us to bring her into the show.
Yes, because you chased us to get her. Why don't you tell the truth?
Absolutely, guys. And I'm sure definitely remember Karen from Hollywood Squares. Of course, she's charming, beautiful, and of course, funny. Now, Karen, of course, your career started, Ed Sullivan kind of spotted you out. You're doing the beauty pageant circuit, and Ed Sullivan kind of discovers you. I mean, how was that as a young person to have the Ed Sullivan track you down?
It was the most exciting thing that I think could have happened. I mean, it was because we were live on the air. It was the Miss Teenage America contest, and I was in Dallas, Texas, and Bud Collyer was hosting the show, and he stopped in the middle of the show and said, "I've just received a note from backstage, and Ed Sullivan has called and wants to use Karen Valentine on his show next week." And the crowd just went wild. I have it on film, and it's just the place just exploded. And I was, a little girl from a chicken farm, and off my family, and I went to the Big Apple, and I did the Ed Sullivan Show when I was 16 years old.
Now, I mean, did you have a passion for acting, Karen?
Wait a minute. Let me interrupt.
Yeah.
I
Go ahead,
have a curious. No, you can have it. You want it, you can have it. But I want to ask a question.
I want to ask you a question.
No, baby. Did you have children?
No.
Okay, I was just curious. Go ahead. You can have him now. He can have you.
Okay.
Go get her.
We can have each other.
Go get her.
So now, I mean, of course, Karen, you're young. You're doing the beauty pageant circuit. Did you have at that time an interest in acting at all?
Constantly. I mean, it wasn't so much acting as it was performing and entertaining, but I was in drama class, and I took every dance lesson, accordion lessons, anything that could put me on the stage.
So were you like a triple threat then, the actor, dancer, singer?
Well, probably quadruple, because I played the accordion then.
Oh,
I was someone to be reckoned with.
Now was it kind of like people oftentimes imagine that actors' careers are like these wild rides where all of a sudden you get discovered and everything kind of goes crazy. I mean, with you, it kind of was that way, right?
Yes, it just it went crazy right at the beginning, and then I moved to Los Angeles. I had a choice to make whether to go to New York, because the talent scout that had spotted me in the Miss Teenage America contest, he was the one who called Ed Sullivan, wanted me to come back to New York and live back there and go to professional school. And it was a choice. Do I do that? Do I finish high school? How do move away 3,000 miles from my family? My family couldn't pick up and move. And so I finished high school, and then I moved to Los Angeles, where I, bummed around. I didn't bum around. I mean, I did odd jobs, and I went to school, and I auditioned, and then Room 222 came along like 3 years after I had been in Los Angeles, kicking around, auditioning and everything.
So you kind of had it both ways then. You had the being discovered by Ed Sullivan experience, but then also you had the kind of the mainstream, hitting the pavement, really putting the work in kind of actor experience. So
That's right.
Both sides of it. Wow.
Yes.
Can I ask another question?
Absolutely,
Sure.
Bob.
All right,
Well, it's
listen.
your show.
Well, I know, but it's our show, please.
Okay. Yours and
Anyway,
Eric's show.
thanks for that one. Anyway,
RJ.
Karen, oh boy,
Do you
of all
remember?
the stuff that you've done, and you've done a ton. Can you look back on or currently or whatever and say that you enjoy the most?
Boy, well, Room 222, of course, was a huge highlight. It was just such a well-written show, and I learned so much doing that show. Also, a real highlight was doing Hollywood Squares, which was such a kick, and I got to meet all the stars and travel with that wonderful group of people. We went many, many different places. Paul Lynde was one of my best friends.
Oh, yeah.
And so there was that experience. And then there were, a couple of television movies that I did that I really loved doing, and also stage work. That was, that's a real love of mine.
Well, Karen, hang in there. I want to talk to you a little bit more. Do you mind hanging in there for one more segment?
Sure.
Great. Awesome. Guys, stick around. Karen Valentine on the line, taking your calls, 800-336-2225. It's the PM Show with Mr. Robert Conrad. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parents,